If you saw my last video, you will know that I proved that matte medium was not as matte as ultra matte medium. And what I wanted to show you here was to prove to you in this video that matte medium is boom, 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 not matte. Okay? So I'm going to use Liquitex paint. Put some down. Get a couple different Liquitex colors on here. Come here, green. Yeah, lots of green. And then I got this kind of cheap, cheap acrylic. Some phthalo green. Down here, what I'm doing is I'm putting matte medium next to the piles. And I'm kind of putting a lot of matte medium, maybe more than I should. Because what I want to do is make these colors really transparent. These are Wonder White brushes from Blick. They do not pay me to tell you this. These are my favorite round brushes on planet Earth because no matter how much, they hold a lot of paint and they bounce back. You can do a lot with them. So mix these colors with the brush and do an abstract at the same time. If you've been following my videos, you know I do this left, right, up, down thing all the time. And see how smooth my lines are with these Wonder White brushes? It's so smooth. And I have so much matte medium on here that it's making it really transparent. So I can still see the painting that happened before. A lot of people use matte medium because you don't want 100% yellow oxide. You don't want 100% white. You don't want to cover everything behind always. So by adding matte medium, it adds this cool transparency that makes painting way fun. Like imagine you're doing a face and you want to very carefully round out those cheeks, you know? And so a lot of matte medium with just barely any color is going to be almost clear. So see how like, here's the color of paint and here it is with a lot of matte medium. It's clear. You can totally see the painting underneath. And if you're doing abstracts like I do, you want sometimes that painting to show underneath because it's so super cool. There's three things going on right now. I'm trying to prove to you that matte medium is not matte. What it does is it adds transparency to your paint that comes out really, really opaque, especially if you're working with tube paint. I'm also trying to finish a painting that I think is cool. I'm using my favorite brushes on earth, these Wonder White rounds from Blick, which I get in person if I get the chance to go down to Sacramento. And when I'm doing an abstract, I will often change brushes so that I can get different kind of textures on here. Let me show you. Now I have a very small brush, so it's going to make tiny slashes. Just turning it on its side to cover more ground. I'm being inventive. So we're getting all these cool textures because I have a small brush. Boop, boop, boop. I'm just going to go straight on here with the dry brush because I'm going to pick up so much of this matte medium. And now all I'm doing is smoothing out anything that looked too slashed. I'm taking extra paint and I'm pulling it over to this area needs to be covered. I'm covering everything that has that pale blue still. And like, again, I'm not caring too much if it's the final thing I'm going to do. I might do something over this. I can just be free and have fun and move paint around. Slashing it and smooshing it and weaving it. It's so relaxing to do this paint style. If I have too much paint, I'm going to bring it over here. I'm totally squishing it off my brush so that I can fill in this other area. All the way to the corner. If you don't go over the edge of your painting when you're totally done, unless you're going to frame it, you're going to wish that you had gone over the edge. So get real crazy and go over the edge. Some people actually paint the side of their painting. I personally find that distracting to the front of the painting. And then I'm taking any excess paint I have and I'm moving it over here to the blank spots. I'm covering it. If you've ever seen my basket weaving videos, the cool thing is when you get stuck on a painting and you don't know what to do next, pick a color from the background that you used to see and bring it back. So I'm going to try to find this. I believe this is Phthalo Blue. Found it. Do, 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 do. Matte Medium, my best friend. I'm going to put a bunch around here where I'm going to try to, oh yeah, bring the blue back. This is such like a bright and vivid and opaque color that I can just take a little bit of it and it'll go a long way. In a minute, I will blow dry the matte medium so you can see that it did not make this painting matte. What they should have called matte medium, and here's the whole crux of this entire video, if you've watched this far, they should have called it clear acrylic because it dries with the same shine acrylic has. I've never seen it actually make a paint color more matte. It doesn't do that. It makes it more transparent. It's clear acrylic, and its job is to make things transparent. I am going to use a number 2 just to grab some white. Right here, this is Nova Color Titanium White. And I'm just going to put the white where I want it to be. I want it to kind of explode out of this yellow thing. I'm going to put a tiny bit of matte medium here. See how cool it is, and I can control it when I put it in something like this. That was a little side tip for you. It's kind of cool, but like in this moment right now, the older painting and the newer painting are forming a bond. They're becoming one. Okay, now this is where I prove that the matte medium is not matte. So my paint is dry. I used mostly Liquitex paint. You need to know that Liquitex Matte Medium should have been called Clear Acrylic because it does not dry completely matte. You can mix it in and apply it real thin and then it'll be matte-ish, but it still has that same shimmer that regular acrylic has, okay? Which I consider like a satin finish. It's naturally in there. So, see it being a little shiny here? Just proving a point. Matte Medium is not matte. Liquitex, I think you might need to sponsor me at this point. Please subscribe if you like my channel. Love you so much. I hope your mental health is good today. Say hi in the comments. Hugs. We can get through this life together with art and each other.